In this movie, let's talk about articles. Articles are the actual content of our site. Remember, we've got the sections are the drawers of the filing cabinet. The categories are the file folders. And now the articles are all those pieces of paper you put into those file folders. I am on the administrative side of my local install with all that sample data. Here's all that sample data on my local install. On the administrative side, I can get to the article manager here, or again, you can always use that content menu. Here's my article manager. I've got the number sign there for the specific ID that Joomla assigns. I've got my checkboxes as I've had before. I can click on a specific article title. When I click that, it takes me into editing the article. Again, basic information we've had before. It'll let us pick a section for it and a category now. This thing is new right here if we want to put it on the front page or not, and again whether or not it's published. Down here is our article, has all of our good information using our WYSIWYG TinyMCE editor. Over here at the right you have lots of parameters and options to choose from. Article ID, remember that's automatically assigned by Joomla. Tells us the state of published or unpublished. Number of hits this specific article has had. We can reset that to 0 if we want it to start over. How many times it's been revised and when it's been created or modified. Next are the specific article parameters. Who the author is, its alias, your access level. You can change that if you need to. Created date, publishing, finished. Our advanced parameters, right now they're using our global configuration elements. I'll show you those here in a little bit. But whether or not you want the title on the article, whether you want the section name, etc. As you go down here you can kind of read through those and they pretty much tell you by the title what they are. If you want a PDF icon, if you want an email icon, etc. Some of those things you can use the global settings, or if you want to change those. The created date and time, one time that might be good to hide that is on a specific element, maybe a how-to element, or something that doesn't change in your company or business. Something that's always good current information. You could hide that date and time so people don't think when they see it was made 2 years ago that they should just forget it and move on. Languages, references, etc. Alternate read more text. And of course your metadata information, search engine optimization information in there. Let's close this and get out of that article editing. And let's continue to go across our columns, whether or not it's published. Remember, you can just click that. Front page, again, you can click that to take it off the front page, click it to put it back on the front page. Orders, move these up or down with the arrows. Access level, remember you just click those, it'll rotate through the different access levels and you can change that there, or you could click the title, remember, and go in there and edit. If it's applied to a specific section, if it's blank, it's uncategorized. If it's applied to a specific category, that's here. Again, if it's blank, it's uncategorized. One thing to know is if you want to filter it or sort it by the category, you could just click the category option at the top. That puts them in category order. Then I could filter it out, that specific category that I want, if I want to do that over here, if it's still too much information. Next is author. If I want to see how many articles certain authors have submitted, I can simply click there and get it sorted together. The date it was submitted. How many hits that specific article has had. Maybe I want to see what article has had the most hits and which one that's had the least hits. And again, it's ID supplied by Joomla. Up here, if you need to narrow things down, you can just select different sections, categories, authors, and remember your state published, unpublished, and now we've also got archived. We can unarchive an article. We can archive it, publish it or unpublish it, move it around, copy it, trash it, edit it. You can check it and then click edit, or you can just simply click the title. If I need a new article, here's those parameters I was talking about earlier when we clicked on that specific article. These are things that you'll want to look through to see if the settings are okay with you. Show unauthorized links, that simply means whether or not to show links to articles maybe that a user is not authorized to access. Whether you want the title, whether you want the title linkable, section names, categories. navigation, read more, voting, different icons that you want, filtering for certain groups, filter types, etc. So take a minute to look at those global configuration options for your articles just to make sure that typically those things work for you. Especially for your editors and publishers, you want to get those set. That way everything that they submit or publish is ready to go with the correct configuration. Okay, we've talked about the basics of articles. So in the next movie, we're going to go to our remote site that has no articles yet and put some in there.